part of personal relationship with God do you not understand? What part of the most important commandment is to love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your might, and just alike love your neighbor as yourself? What part is that is hard to understand? My mission, which I thought was really plain, really simple to see what I was doing, but apparently some people just need a little more guidance to understand. I am not trying to convert anybody to Christianity. I don't mean that I don't want people becoming Christians. I mean, that's not my job. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's none of my business. And to be quite frank, if you convert somebody to something, they'll become unconverted because of somebody too. The way somebody believes is between them and God. My job is to love. My mission, what I'm doing, is trying to get people to elevate who they are through information that they will not listen to or they cannot listen to because people are out there telling them not to listen, not to seek out information. I have seen so many Christians that call themselves truth seekers when all they're doing is trying to find confirmation through doctrine. They will believe it as long as it agrees with what they were taught. That's not a truth seeker. Just like researching the Bible is not just reading the Bible. And most that I've talked to, most that I've spoken to have never even done that. But they'll judge. Oh, they're quick to give a phrase out of the Bible that tells you exactly what you're doing wrong. What everybody else needs to do. It's amazing how many people I'll talk to and I'm like, well, have you read the Bible? And they said, oh no. I'm like, wait, you're telling me a phrase, a verse in the Bible, and you don't even know what the context of that phrase means. No, because it's control. I'm trying to do what Jesus taught because that's what brought me to following Jesus. Not that I know people are going to say, oh my God, did he say this? It wasn't because he died on the cross. That wasn't what got me to follow him. I wasn't a Christian until I was 37. It was when I finally took it upon myself to read about him and read what he said and did, and then read about what other believers in other religions said about Jesus. And it's amazing. They all say such wonderful things about him. But you know who doesn't typically know anything about Jesus? They only know about Christians. It's most of the world. It's because Christians are too busy. Not all, don't get me wrong, I'm overgeneralizing, but a lot of Christians are too busy preaching their hate and their dogma instead of just loving people. I even had somebody who, if you follow me on Facebook, I suggest, because I get in some pretty deep conversations. It's under my name, Joshua Daniel Hayes. But I was asking questions like I normally do, and somebody said that I like to start drama. And obviously, if that's what you want to call it, I don't care. Asking questions is not starting drama. It's starting a conversation. But this is the type of Christianity that I have experienced most of my life through a lot of Christians. Not most, just a lot of them. And when I became a Christian, I realized most of them are not like this, but there are a lot of them. And I'm going to read it for you. Joshua is just trying very unsuccessfully to convert righteous Christians into New Age, hippie, Jesus, Buddhist, non-aggression, love fest Christians. But that's not even remotely accurate. Jesus wasn't a hippie. He was more akin to a moral abolitionist who despised and threatened to eternally punish anyone who didn't conform to his version of moral abolitionism. That's actually closer in character to Hitler, Mao, or Mussolini, or Stalin than to the modern day love fest hippie. That is what people are saying. Christians, that came from a Christian, saying Jesus was closer to Hitler and Mao and Mussolini and Stalin. What? What kind of meth cakes have you been eating? Jesus was very adamant about loving everybody, loving your enemy. He said that. That's not what Hitler did, or Stalin, or Mussolini. They didn't just kill their enemies. They killed their family. They killed their friends. And anytime you try to talk to these people and say, hey, Jesus didn't hate. Oh, yes, he did. He was hating on the Pharisees all the time. Okay, Jesus didn't hate other religions. Jesus chastised the Pharisees. They were Jews. Well, he chased them out with whips and stuff. He wasn't hating people because they were different. He was judging people based on the way they were saying they were supposed to be. He was Jewish. They were Jewish. He didn't go out of his way to hate on people. He didn't hate the woman at the well. Say, you know what, you're a whore. Yeah. But if you follow me, if you get down and worship me, you will no longer, it won't even matter anymore. He didn't say that. Why is it so important to get people to hate anybody that's different? No wonder people look down on Christians. There are people that make me ashamed to say the word Christian out loud because I know the way some people think Christians are, which is not true. I've met some very good Christians, some Christians that would do anything they can to help you, but they don't have a chance because just like in the media, you don't hear the average person. You hear the loud, outspoken, the spike, the thing that stands out. That's what you see. That's what you hear. And that's what will dictate what everybody thinks. Think of cops. How many people hate cops because of that few 0.0001% of cops out there? They are what everybody decides, what all cops are. I've met some good liberals, some good Democrats. Am I against their agenda? Am I against what they? Yes, I am. Do I hate them? No. I don't even hate the woke leftist. I actually feel sorry for a lot of them. But I don't hate them. There's not one person in this entire world that I ever wished harm upon. But according to the Christians, they won't get off my ass. I'm saying Jesus is a hippie and a Buddhist. What if Jesus was? How does that change anything of what he said? Oh, because he said things that they said too? That automatically makes him bad? We shouldn't love people? Some of you need to get off your high horse. I am not the Christian you think I should be. I am not trying to do the same thing you're doing, just in a new, different way. I'm trying to do what Jesus did.